Welcome back, Warhammer Old World enthusiasts. This is Zach, your host for the Spicy Dice Boys. Um, I am working on the Forces of Fantasy list review from the Las Vegas Open 2025 that's going on this weekend, Friday and Saturday. As you can see right here, round one is still underway. There's about an hour left in round one, so we should start seeing some results coming back shortly. Previously, I tackled the top couple standout lists for the Ravening Hordes out of the 33 lists that were submitted. I think we went over like maybe 5 or 6 of them. Um, Out of the 26 or so we have Forces of Fantasy lists, I'm going to tackle probably about 6 or so again. This is kind of the breakdown of some of the lists that you're going to see at the event. Um, some of the factions are a little underrepresented. I'm surprised about vampire counts. Really, I really thought vampires would be more people would want to run them, but it is what it is. Maybe that's more popular on the West Coast. Where I'm located at on the East Coast, vampires are pretty popular. So it could just be a local meta kind of thing. I know some folks have flown out from the East Coast to Las Vegas to participate. I hope they do well, and we might see some of their lists coming up. You never know. After that little teaser, I'm going to hop right into some of the Bretonian lists. I'm going to start off with Luna Valentine and her Bretonian list. I think she is going to be running a standard Bretonian, no exiles. Luna is pretty popular on the East Coast. I played her quite a bit. Um, she's always a solid opponent to play against. So in the list here, I've seen a couple different types of Bretonian lists that Luna has put together. This one particular has the Baron on a Hippogriff. So I've played this version before, and it is solid. The Baron is a nice tanky piece of beef there that's gonna have a nice re-rolling armor save and a healing potion. So try to deny points there and keep the Baron alive. The Duke on a Royal Peg with the Knightly Temper, Ogre Blade, and Syrene's. I'm gonna say that wrong. I know it. Syrene's Locket. I think that one might be the always hitting on threes. I could be wrong. I should know that. Paladin with a Falcon Horn, and also on a Royal Peg. And I believe there is at least one unit of pegs with. Nope, no Zealous Knight because this is exile, not exiles. I'm losing my mind here. So it means that there's no Frontier X as well. So I'm going to kind of divide the Bretonian list into. I think Luna might be the only one running standard Bretonians, but all the other ones are pretty much exiles that are showing up. So in this list, you're going to see no cannons, quite a bit of peg knights, some beefy characters. The Duke is actually a part of this list, so they got a Duke with Knightly Temper and the Ogre Blade. That's the kill character, whereas the Baron on the Hippogriff is more the tank character. Minimum core, a lot of these peasant archers, peasant bowmen, skirmishers, provide cover to some of the other folks, and yeah, you really don't want to be shooting at these skirmishing peasants for 50 points a pop. The real beef is in these pegs that are really scary. So all around a really great list. I think Luna's going to do very well and very skilled player, and hopefully we'll take it home for the East Coast folks. Good luck to Luna. Moving on to an Exiles list for James Van Houten. Um, Start off with Double Baron. Both are on. One's on a Royal Peg, one's on a Barded. Grommel Greathelm for rerolling. That must be the tanky of the Baron. The second Baron has the Frontier Axe, Serene's Locket, and the Knightly Temper. So then you got your killing Baron. An Outcast Wizard with Lore Familiar, level 3, which you got to take. Taking your Pillar Fire, your Fireball, and your Double Move for Arcane Urgency. And a second Outcast Wizard, level 1 of Dark. I'm thinking about the Dark Magic piece. I'll come back to that. But Scroll of Transmogrification will catch some people off guard. If it does work, that is where you transform the enemy wizard into a frog, and they have to roll under their wizard level to break out of it, I think. 50 points, one use only. If it does work, it is going to work. So that will be interesting to see if they can actually get that combo off. Paladin with the Falcon Horn. always a good to see in an Exiles list because Exiles do have Veteran, so you get to reroll your Falconhorn. Super duper good. Now I should see the banner of the Zealous Knight down here in some pegs. So you got 1 unit of pegs with a lot of characters in it. They are going to Vanguard up and charge kind of an effective charge range of 29 inches on turn 1 if they go first. Try to kill something and then scoop a ward save for the rest of the unit, while also taking 2 cannons. So this is a very very good Exiles list. You're going to see a unit of pegs with Vanguard, some cannons, a couple archers and core, a couple knights and core to fill out, but it's really characters and pegs with some cannons and support. So James, best of luck to you as well. I like the list name, the Frog Catchers of Bragon. Okay. Uh, Dalton Kale. Wondering if they are related to the other person who I think was also last name Kale on the Ravening Horde side. So if so, maybe they helped each other out and made some awesome lists together because this one has a Green Knight, which I don't think the other two had. Let me just double check, make sure I didn't miss it. Nope, too many characters in this one, couldn't fit a Green Knight. And then for Luna, in order to fit a Baron and a Duke, I think you have to chop the Green Knight. So okay, so first Green Knight popping up here. Um, the Green Knight is solid, especially when you have preset terrain on tables, and you know that there will be at least some woods for it to come out of. Um, Green Knight does only come out of difficult terrain, such as woods and water. It does not come out of hills. It does not come out of like ruins and that kind of stuff. And it does not have Swift Stride, which impacts its charge distance on the first time it comes out. Still really good, ethereal, and points denial for it coming back. Um, Still worth its points. Still really good. We have Baron on a Royal Peg. This is the killing Baron. Frontier X. Oh, but it has the Grommel Great Helm. Okay. Okay, so maybe this one is just kind of a little bit of hybrid of both. You have your Frontier Axe, you have your Grommel Great Helm, and your Knightly Temper. So you have Hatred when you're charging. Um, yeah, I like it. Frontier Axe is really good. Strength 2, AP 3, multiple wound 2. That thing is gonna chop people up. The other Baron is more of your Monster Slayer because you got your Virtue of Heroism and your Lance, and you also stuck the Falcon Horn on them because you didn't bring a Paladin, so you just have the Outcast Wizard with Dark Magic. So there might be something in Dark Magic that I'm maybe missing. I mean, I know Dark Magic is solid when you take Lore Familiar. Like you have your Word of Pain, reducing your strength and toughness, Battle Lust for Frenzy and Hatred, that kind of stuff. So I know there's some good stuff in Dark Magic, now that I think about it. Minimum core with a big block of knights to deny points. I like it. And then a little bit of peasant archers just to fill out. It's okay. 2 units of pegs here. Did not go with any cannons. So Dalton's going the opposite route of no cannons. Instead, taking 2 larger units of pegs. One of them with the Vanguard banner. So a little bit different style, a little bit different flavor. I like the cannons. The cannons are so good. They're so fun. I don't play with artillery very often, so when I get to play with them or see them work, they're really good. But I think Dalton's going to do nice. Screen Knight, always worth his points. Always come back to it. All right. This is a list that I wanted to highlight because I think it's hilarious. I had a hand in helping craft this one, so it's always fun to go through that. Green Knight we talked about, awesome. You got yourself a Baron with the Virtue of Heroism, an Iron Spike Shield, and 2 Lucky Heirlooms. And the whole shtick with this guy is this Iron Spike Shield. When somebody attacks you and they roll a 1 to hit or wound during the combat phase, the Baron immediately gets to do a Strength 3 hit back to whoever tried to hit or wound him. And that Virtue of Heroism does apply, it looks like, to the Monster Slaying on those attacks. So if you try to hit the Baron and you roll a 1, you can get Monster Slayered right back from a shield attack back. So that's pretty spicy. Got some lucky heirlooms floating around. These lucky heirlooms, they let you reroll a hit, wound, armor, or ward save. Common items, so you can take a few of them and reroll them. See if you can go to Vegas, pull the slot machine reel, and see if you can Monster Slayer some dragons. I like it. A Baron. That Baron's on a Royal Peg. A second Baron on a Royal Peg. This is more of your killy type Baron with Virtue and Knightly Temper for those extra attacks and a Frontier Axe to kind of chop up stuff. Nice Paladin with a Banner of Honorable Warfare. So that's going to give hatred when your unit charges a dragon or anything with missile weapons. Nice combination with your other Barons. And of course, a Falcon Horn. Stop flying. A little bit heavy on the core with some Knights and Peasant Bowmen, but that's okay. 1 unit of pegs with that Vanguard banner where you stash all those characters in there and send them up. And you got your 2 cannons. So I like this list just because it's taking a different route than most of the other lists. It's not bringing um, 2 units of pegs. It's got your one and the whole shtick with the iron spike shield and these lucky heirlooms. Haven't seen it done before really, and new flavor, new tech for the Bretonian armies. You might see if it does well, you might see it popping around more. So best of luck to you, Jason. Flipping over to the high elf side of things, we have Eric Lau. Um, Eric is taking a prince as his general. Sometimes with high elves, they could take a handmaiden as the general, which lets them take some archers as core. But this is a prince that's a general. This prince is on a star dragon with dragon helm, seed of rebirth, and an opal amulet. Okay, so this is a 2-up, 5-up, 5-up dragon with a great weapon. They're going to do some damage with the great weapon, but mainly they are going to be a tanky dragon. If they use that great weapon in combat, which I'm sure they are, they will only have a 3-up save actually in combat. So that's something to watch out for. Make sure that, yeah, it's 2-up from shooting, 3-up in combat. You got a noble on a griffin, a BSB, but no battle banner. But that's probably because they paid for the level 4 of battle magic. Okay, okay. So instead of going all in on the noble points wise, they kind of spread them out and took a mage of battle with a silvery wand, so they're rolling 5 spells. I like it. I like these 3 characters. Um, Me personally, when I play a type of list, I do take the battle banner and reduce down the archmage points wise. But this is okay. I would not be unhappy playing this list at all. I like it. Reavers need to fill core. Small units of archers fill in core and silver helms. Got to take them. On the rare side of things, 2 skycutters, heavy chariots with swift stride. Gotta love them. And then 2 units of sisters, one with a ruby ring. Some elite shooting, ignore cover, really great stuff. No, I like this list. I think Eric can put up a good show. Good luck to you, Eric. Let's see. On the dwarven side of things, we have James Kempf. James is taking a king on shield bearers, rune lord on shield. No, I'm sorry. Rune lord has runes of shielding, spell breaking, runes of might. So he is taking only 1 rune of spell breaking. I was trying to keep track of how many auto dispels the rune lords have. Thane with the master rune of hesitation. That is for when you put them in a unit, they don't get any of the charge benefits there, which is always good to see. And a second Thane, the master rune of bursting flame. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that one does. I'm wondering if that's the one that lets it go to D3 hits. I'll come back to that. Dwarven Core. I see 15 warriors, 12 quarrelers, 12 coilers, 15 rangers, 12 thunders. So this looks like the beginnings of a gun line with 24 crossbows, 12 handguns, and then 15 rangers, which are just awesome. Everybody's got heavy armor. There's magic resistance on everybody. A little bit worrisome with the ponderous on some of these guys, but the dwarves don't really move too much. They make you come to them. These characters, I'm assuming, are going to probably pop in with some of these dwarf warriors and just make it really hard to break that unit with the runes of battle. Yeah, I don't see the was it the master rune of Grungy with that ward save? So that's interesting. I'm almost used to seeing it all the time that I just assumed it was in here. And yeah, okay. Scrolling down to special, I see gyrocopter, cannon, 15 iron breakers. That's probably where the characters are going to go into. Okay. Yeah, the beginnings of a gun line, and I want to see how much it can handle. Um, Obviously, the characters are good at killing. Um, it just depends on the missions. Dwarves are usually not that great at missions. Um, I didn't take missions into account when I'm thinking about these lists. I kind of just pulled out the ones that stood out, and I would like to see dwarves played more. I really would. So good luck to you, James. All right, Eugene Kale. Okay, I have Empire of Man. Leading this Empire of Man is the Captain of the Empire with full plate and just a magic weapon, and one engineer with a rifle, and a Wizard Lord of Battle. So I guess this is one way to build an empire that I wanted to kind of highlight here. A lot of MSU Empire where a lot of archers, where you almost don't want to kill these little 30-point units. Um, and then these state troops, all handgunner, brace of pistols, crossbows. This is a all shooting gun line, small arms fire. Um, 2 units of road wardens with the brace of pistols, 3 great cannons which are gonna do damage, 3 mortars might do damage, but they're gonna make you come towards them, a steam tank and a volley gun, all in on the gun line. I highlight this type of list because it's like you can build it, but you always run the risk of playing this at a real life event of getting all your turns in. Rolling all these dice and your movement phases are going to take a while, so you got to make sure that you're moving fast, you're rolling fast, and your opponent's with you and all that good stuff. Because trying to roll all these dice and shooting, it's going to slow down. You might only get 3 or 4 turns in, and that's no fun. Um, but this list, if you're running up against a monster, steam tank, hellblaster cannons that can take care of it. A lot of little infantry dudes, a lot of war bows, handguns, and crossbows. It's a gun line. It's gonna do gun line things. Good luck to you, Eugene. And then finally, another type of Empire list. Kevin Ha. Kevin is taking the named character General Hans von Lowenhack, which I think I've called him a different name every time I play against him, and I won't repeat some of those. But yeah, that is a named character that beefs up the rest of the Empire, and I believe takes off Ponderous on some of the crossbows. But I could be wrong. I'm still learning some of that stuff. 2 engineers. These engineers help your war machines and sometimes can be mounted on war wagons, but I don't see. We have a general of the Empire on an Imperial Griffin, so nice and tanky with twice blessed armor. That one might give you Hammerhand as a spell, and the White Cloak, which gives you the ward save. Wizard Lord, also on Imperial Griffin, level 4 of battle. So nice tanky dudes to protect some of the volley guns that I see down here. Um, Volley guns are so nice. I hope that they took Vanguard on these. I don't know if like it needs to be purchased or whatever, but just taking a Vanguarding Hellblaster is in my mind so much fun. Someone thinks they're safe, you Vanguard it up and you can shoot turn 1. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Demis are amazing. Oh, should always take 1 unit if you can. Fun looking models too. A little bit of state troops with a war banner and some core knights just to fill out. Empire knights are kind of like that Bretonian high elf kind of flavor. Like core knights are okay. Um, I'm interested to see if they can get anything done with these state missile troops. Normally, I'm not a fan of kind of you know core shooty kind of infantry with handguns. Sometimes they just don't get their points worth, but you never know when you get enough support. I saw Battle for Curse of excuse me, Curse of Air Attraction, things like that. This I think this list has got some play with it with the double Hellblasters, especially if it's got Vanguard and some of those beefy characters. So another way to kind of run Empire, especially with General von Lowenhack. Yeah, so just wanted to go ahead and highlight some of the forces of fantasy that are popping up here at the Las Vegas Open. Um, Hopefully you guys enjoy the content, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time for, I believe, Legacy. I'm going to have a guest come on and help me work through some of the Legacy armies that are popping up here. So appreciate the time. Have a great day. See you next time.